What's up, everybody? Welcome to another foodie show. It's me, your boy Johnsy, and your best buddy Damon.
That's me.
And
That's me.
right, we're diving into the book tonight again. So stick around. You're going to want to be a part of this. Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Another foodie show where the fun begins. Cooking up a storm with all our chef friends. Reviews and recipes that will blow your mind. Live shows and laughter, a good time you'll find. Join us for the ride on this culinary quest. Johnsy and Damon will never settle for less. Laughs and interviews that will educate. Another foodie show, don't wanna be late. Another foodie show where the fun begins. Cooking up a storm with all our chef friends. Reviews and recipes that will blow your mind. Live shows and laughter, a good time you'll find. Join us for the ride on this culinary quest. Johnsy and Damon will never settle for less. Laughs and interviews that will educate. Another foodie show, don't wanna be late. Another foodie show.
I'll never get tired of that theme song.
It don't never get old. It don't never get old.
I need to get to making putting some new updated photos in there, but as far as that, never get sick of it.
No.
Welcome everybody. We're trying new things here on the Dude Network, so we know we have just listeners out there, so we're kind of trying to introduce doing something a little different. Anyway, what's up, Damon? How's the weekend, brother?
Easy going. So I'll take it. I will take it.
Same.
And I'm sad to say, neither the smokers nor the grills, nothing lit up this weekend. So
yeah, me either.
I mean, though it's no excuse because they don't scare me off. I mean, of course, It's 30 degrees outside, but I mean that don't worry me.
It's a lifestyle, bro. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just I just didn't have. Well, first I didn't have anything to really I wanted to cook. So and everything else, like I said, we kind of took it easy and went out to dinner. So hey, why not?
I mean, today I threw a couple dogs in the some all beef dogs in the and pan fried them real quick.
Okay.
For lunch and
you don't know that.
Right. But as far as anything, that was the extent of me doing any kind of cooking this weekend. Yeah, but hey, sometimes you need it, bro. Sometimes.
Well, maybe next time you can kick the hot dogs up a little bit when you fry them off in the pan, and do like Nombre was doing with them viral Mexican hot dogs with all the peppers and stuff like that.
And I hear you, but I'm a plain Jane, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it is literally like one of the only times I'll use barbecue sauce other than like backyard burgers. Okay. So like if I'm grilling back or like when we have backyard burgers or whatever, all I want on it is beef, cheese, and a little barbecue sauce. That's it. Period.
Okay.
Because I want to taste it, man. I want to taste it.
I get you. Yeah.
And at home when I because I'm kind of trying to stay away from the microwave, and the reasons are for another show. But so I've been trying to just use like the fire more, or at least over the stove because it's a gas stove, whatever.
Right.
And I on my hot dogs, man, I just have a bun, dog, and barbecue sauce. That's my favorite way to eat them. If that's not available, I go mustard only on my dogs.
Just plain yellow mustard or spicy mustard?
If you got some good mustard, then that's what we're using. But most people just have the name brands or the store brand yellow mustard, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it. But yeah, so whoever it is would be proud. It's mustard only for me, unless there's barbecue sauce as an option, which in my house there usually is.
There you go. Here you go. There you go. Try a slot dog.
I see that. I do. But what I've done is like before grilling them or whatever,
Mhm.
is like just put a little olive oil on them
Okay.
and rub all over them. And I mean, I
Call it
know
a
it
day.
doesn't get down in there like the slot dog or the bologna chubs that everybody thinks is miraculous, but
Nah,
I'm
I just like
still
the one.
getting the same exact flavor in like at least a quarter amount of the work.
True.
So that's my whole thing. I'm
Yeah.
lazy
No.
too.
Yeah.
I'm,
Hey, well,
I'm
nothing wrong
like
with that.
electricity, man. The path of least resistance. That's the one I'm taking.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Be easy, man. Be easy with it.
Right. It's just, I don't know. Hey, yeah, I was a little rowdy this weekend. I hear you. I hear you.
So you got so you didn't do anything this weekend cooking wise. I mean, I know you got to work and everything, but you got anything you gonna cook this week maybe?
I gotta think. I gotta think. Look back on my timeline and see where how long ago the salami was. It might have been. If it's been 2 weeks, I gotta check on some of the salami. So there might be more of that. Uh, oh no, I don't know. Probably be light stuff this week. I forget.
Mm.
Dude, this little this part of my life's been a little nuts, man. Where I'm working, where it's like decommissioning now, moving in a few months. Like it's all wild for me.
Yeah, it's
This
a hectic.
this this coming weekend is Matanza. So
Okay, here we go.
yeah, I will be
I know
busy and
you're
there will
excited
be
for that.
lots of butchery videos. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're excited for that.
Oh, which actually I'm gonna order another little boning fillet knife. Real
Hey,
quick.
while you keying on your computer, take and redo your internet or something because you're glitching a little bit.
Huh.
But hold on, yeah, I was gonna say maybe not, but yeah, you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh
Maybe.
oh wait, let me check something actually real quick.
While you do that, we got Robert. What's up, Robert? Dutch.
No.
Terry Adventures. Eduardo. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for coming and thank y'all for joining. I don't know what you did. You figured it out yet? Because it's quit.
It stopped?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, there's no way.
Nah.
What the
What?
I'll be there. Uh I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll do our old get up. Well, geez, I didn't think it was going to take him that long. Oh, there he is. He's back. He's back.
I don't know. How's it
Yep.
working?
We'll go with it.
Dude,
We'll roll with it.
I don't know.
We'll be all right.
Dude. Can't wait to move.
Uh,
It shouldn't be like this in this town, but it is what it is.
True that, but it happens. It's just,
Right.
I mean, it just depends on how many
to be
people's on
fair,
at that time and all that.
to be fair, I talked a lot of crap this weekend, so maybe this is just my punishment.
Just getting back at you.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm
Not
just
really
saying.
getting back at you, but cool. Go. You got to pull that file back up too.
Oh shoot, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Oh, okay. That's what we're here for.
Right. So, okay, we're hitting the books tonight, folks. And previously, if y'all remember, we went over hunger and appetite and like how it all affects and works with your body and flavor and food fundamentals. Um, I know it talks about fiber and salt and this and that. Um, Forgive me, I don't have a photographic memory, but we're moving on. We are moving on, and we are moving on to smell and taste. So,
That's a vital part too.
yeah, let me get it on my screen real quick and get it all set up here.
Because the thing is, I mean, hey, it's like when you're sick. I mean, nothing tastes the same when you're sick.
Right. So, molecules in food dissolve in saliva and register as taste when they come into contact with your tongue. Airborne volatile molecules released by food are detected by your nose as smells, which is all part of tasting.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they work hand in hand, but we will find out. Perceiving our meals. Oop, 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 oop. Got a little, excuse me. Perceiving our meals. Molecules released by food in air or by chewing dissolve when they meet moisture, such as mucus in the nose and saliva in the mouth. They can then be detected by specialized nerve cells. These cells transmit electrical signals to the brain, which identifies and categorizes each smell and taste. Our noses can pick up hundreds of different kinds of smells, but our tongues primarily detect 5 tastes, possibly more, which we went over that before.
Mm-hmm.
If you all remember. If not, you can catch up on, I think that was part of the last episodes, or maybe the one before, but so there's a little demonstration right here. Olfactory cell receptors, mucus secreting glands, supporting cells. A little breakdown of what's going on there. And then here's like if you look over here it's on the right on my screen. I believe that's how it should show up for you. But you can see the outline of the person's face, and there's like the chewed food. You can see how it's all working together. Why are we laughing?
Oh, I was laughing at Eduardo.
Oh, okay.
He made the comment. He said 258 pages. It's going to be a long night.
Hey, bro. We're just chipping away a little bit at a time.
Glad you joined tonight.
Speaking of joining tonight, how smell works. Your nasal cavity has a thin layer of mucus. When scent molecules dissolve into it, they bind to the ends of olfactory receptor cells. Hey, here's one for this community. Why does the smell of cooking make you salivate? When you smell food, sensory information is passed to the brain, which sends nerve signals to these salivary glands. Saliva is produced to prepare for the first stages of digestion. It's the whole system getting pumped.
Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I mean, call me weird if you want to, but I mean, a lot of times if it's something new that I'm eating, like before it even goes in my mouth and it's on the fork, I smell it first.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
because I mean, if it don't smell right, I'm not gonna eat it.
Right, and here's the other deal with me. I'm pretty much 100% starting out with.
Yeah, right. You always eat with the eyes first, yeah.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah. This guy with my weird gag reflex and all that, I'm for sure eating with my eyes first. Like there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, how taste works. The tongue, here we go. The tongue's surface is full of taste receptor cells. Chemicals from foods and drink dissolved in saliva come into contact with these cells. So here you go. There's a little, if you follow my hand to the page, I don't know why I was pointing at the page like you could see me. Food particles, supporting cells, saliva, taste bud, and here's how it all works. So that's your tongue. Very wild. Huh. All right. Moving on. Okay, we're going to start in the middle paragraph right there. Why do foods have tastes and smells? As the first humans evolved, they made a wide range of food choices every day. This means that we have evolved more taste receptors than animals who stick to one type of food. As infants, we like sweet tastes and reject bitter ones. This is thought to stem back to our evolutionary past where sweet taste signaled high energy foods and bitterness could be a warning for poison. Our desire for salty and umami savory flavor or taste are thought to be driven by our need for salt and other minerals and for protein. Huh. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess one papilla, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, folks, on the tongue can contain hundreds of taste buds. Huh. To the brain. Olfactory receptor cells in the nose and taste receptors cells on the tongue send nerve signals to the brain to register. Yeah, okay. And there's another demonstration right there with whatever body part that is. Fresh and rotten. Fresh or rotten. Distinguishing between fresh, nutritious, or rotten, potentially dangerous fruit would have been helpful for our ancestors. So here you go: sweet, salty, and bitter. So sweet, high calorie, sweet foods such
Wait,
as honey. What's up?
scroll back up before you go too far again.
Okay.
That last thing you just said right there about the ancestors, right there,
Right.
fresh. So today we have all these expiration dates, so we kind of know when things expire. If you think back, how far back did this expiration date start? I mean, did
Huh.
our great granddaddies and grandfather or grandparents have this, or did they have to go by what you're saying right there? Looks and smells and stuff like that.
Right. I mean, shoot. Haven't you ever grabbed out of a bag of grapes one that was a little
Squishy.
not necessarily rotten, but
Dang
not
near
great.
a raisin. Almost a raisin form.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you would have had to. I guess we all would have died off by now, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what built our immune systems. Who knows? So then salty, vital minerals. A taste for salt exists because sodium is one of the macro minerals we need to survive. Bingo, 100%. Which is why salt is the only seasoning. Everything else is just flavor. I'll say it over and over again. Fight me on it. Bitter, sign of poison. Typically, bitter tastes signal poisonous foods, but with experience, we can learn to like some bitter tastes, which is true. I like a lot of bitter tastes. I mean, not any that hurt me, but
Right.
why do meals on planes taste bland? The dry air on the plane makes our mouths dry and noses stuffy, interfering with the moist media and the molecules from the food and drink dissolve. This means taste and smell receptors don't detect molecules properly. Our sensitivity to sweet and salty foods drops by 30% on planes. So in-flight meals are often salted to give them an extra kick. Oddly, umami tastes seem to be unaffected. Huh. I've never been on a flight that long.
Yeah, nah. I mean, all we got was these little
Right.
sodas or waters and them little
Right.
cookies.
Right.
But them some good cookies. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. I'm cool with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Can I have another one? Thank you.
I almost want to get another pack when they walk back by to go back to the front of the plane.
Oh, they'll give them to you.
Oh, I know, but I just
Yeah, but then you look like the fat guy, which
yeah,
I
I
guess.
was gonna say that. Yeah, I was gonna say then I look like my true self.
And speaking of smelling in reverse, Food in the mouth releases scent molecules that waft up the back of the throat. Retronasal olfaction. Okay. I think I got that right. Rather than through the nose or in orthonasal olfaction. Nailed it. Most of what you taste is actually made up of smells detected via retronasal olfaction, which
Sure.
I said. I've said that a lot. Like a lot of your taste is you smelling in combination with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously you taste it on your tongue too, because you can some things you can feel the taste of, like the
True.
spicy.
Oh yeah, true, absolutely.
And eventually, if you keep eating salty, you'll feel it because your tongue will get raw AF.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Digesting nutrients. But before we get there,
Mm-hmm.
did you know that the taste and smell are connected that much? Or
Not
did
that much.
anybody in the chat?
Not that much. Which, like I said, I mean, I know. I mean, not to that degree.
Right. Okay.
I mean, of
I'm
course,
not
like I
trying to
said,
call anybody out. I
yeah, of
just
course,
hope
like I
we're
said in the
like, yeah,
beginning, of course, like when you're sick, and you can't smell right, everything tastes bad or don't taste the same. Uh,
right,
this little thing that happened about 4 years ago, messed up everybody's taste buds. Stuff like that.
right.
I do want to answer one thing that I know of.
Uh huh.
Uh, Eduardo asked, should cover how to reset taste buds. Um, goes back to
Water,
what huh?
water.
Yeah. But I was going to say, when I used to work with the Japanese, they would tell us between, like, if we, like, I'm going to just say, you got your meal and you got a protein, some just say you got ribs, macaroni and cheese, but we're not eating that. But okay, we're going back. We're eating sushi. So to go from now piece to piece, you eat that ginger that's on the plate, and that ginger resets and cleanses your palate, so you'll be able to taste the other part of everything that come into that next piece.
Really, with ginger being so strong?
And it actually works.
Huh. So like when you go tasting, like beer tasting, I always drink water because it completely washes away the taste of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get flights, I
Yeah.
sip water in between each
Okay.
taste.
The taste. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, that's
Milk
true
would
too.
milk would probably work. Oh, pickles would probably work. Yeah, milk would probably work, but I don't drink it because
Right.
I'm
Yeah. I don't drink
lactose
milk either.
intolerant.
I'm not
Plus,
either.
I don't
I
like the
I
taste
just
of
don't
it at
like milk.
all. Yeah.
Another
Yes.
thing, talking about back to what Eduardo said with the pickles, the same thing works with pickled onions. If you're eating all that fatty food, all that barbecue and everything, and you get the little onions, that onions cleanse up,
Well,
reset
so
out your palate.
yeah, so it's
That's all that
basically
fat that you've been eating.
right. Basically, you have to counteract it. So fat, counteract that with acid.
Yep.
Acid, counteract that with fat.
Yep.
Salt, sweet, sweet, salt, savory, sweet. I actually have. No, I haven't talked about that yet. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
Whew, I almost told secrets.
Oh, no. No, don't do that.
Nope. Nope. Oops. Digestive nutrients. For your body to absorb nutrients, food must be broken down. For this process of digestion, most of the food you will eat will reach, excuse me, your bowel within a few hours. But how long it stays there varies from person to person. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats all break down at different stages of the process. Fiber stays relatively intact. So we'll just We'll go through the paragraphs and we'll go over all the diagrams. What happens when we eat? A combination of chewing, crushing, churning, and the action of digestive enzymes breaks down large food molecules into smaller ones that can be absorbed into the bloodstream. Each enzyme has a specific shape, which means it can only break down certain molecules. So we have a number of different types working in our body, all the way from our mouth to our intestines. And so here's the diagram over here on the right. Number 1, chewing or into the mouth. Chewing breaks down food into smaller particles. This creates a larger surface area for our digestive enzymes to work on. The enzymes in the saliva breaking down starches, types of a carbohydrate, and fats. So chew the food, salivary gland, I don't know why I say salivary glands, because I'm Italian probably. that was a lame excuse. I'm sorry to all the Italians out there. Moves down, pushes down the esophagus. So number 2, churning. The stomach moves, churning the food, breaking it down further. Acid in the gastric juices and enzymes released by glands in the stomach work on proteins and fats, helping them turn them into amino acids and fatty acids. So here we go. Keep going down the tubes, which gets us to the liver, gallbladder, and bile duct. Not a good place. 3, releasing juices. The liver produces bile, and the gallbladder stores and concentrates it. Acidic liquid from the stomach is neutralized by bile, which is alkaline, before it passes through the intestines. Bile also plays an important role in digesting fats. Sounds like it's saying you should have a good gut biome.
Right.
Whoa. Okay, hold on a second. How do we turn this the other way?
No,
Nope, that's not the one. Oh my gosh. Edit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, this is weird.
Maybe they had a lot to get on this page and had to turn it this way.
Yeah, but I should be able to turn it. Oh, that's not it. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Well, there's the poop and all that stuff. This is gonna be kind of hard. Well, here, pull this off. Let me figure this out real quick, and we'll just chat for a second.
All right. Yeah, it's probably some flashbacks.
Anatomy of 10-4. All right.
That is true. I've heard that. Oh, salty snacks makes you thirsty. That's why they have them up at there it is. That's bar snacks. Yep.
Right. That that is a tactic I have heard.
Right. Exactly. That's what I was saying. And that goes back to that statement. Mm-hmm. So it's great.
Nailed
good
it.
job, Eduardo.
Finally figured it out.
Best bedtime story you ever get. Look at you. I see you.
We're back in business, folks.
All right, we're back up.
Okay. Moving down the track, we hit the pancreas and the duodenum. Whatever. Excuse me. It's been a long time since I took any of these. 4, enzymes in action. Bile breaks up fat droplets to help the enzymes process them. Oh, you son of a bee. In In the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine, enzymes from the pancreas digest proteins and fats. All right. Fat. So there, if you look in the illustration, you can see it all happening there in quote unquote real time, still on a page. Number 5, absorption. Next, the mostly digested liquid full of simple sugars, amino acids, fatty acids, and undigested fiber passes along the small intestines where the majority of the nutrients and water are absorbed into the bloodstream. Finger like protrusions called villi. I'm guessing villi. Increase or villi, maybe. Villi, whatever. There, I covered them all. Increase the surface of areas of the or increase the surface area of the walls, helping with absorption. So, which you can obviously see right there in the illustration, right next to the small intestine, as all the little things that we just talked about are floating down that way. So, number 6. Oh boy, fermentation. Feces pass slowly through the large intestine, allowing bacteria to ferment indigestible fiber. Any final water and vitamins, including those produced by bacteria, are absorbed and the remains are compacted as waste. How much food can a stomach hold? Most stomachs can comfortably fit around 2 pints, 1 liter of 1 liter of food, but some stomachs can stretch to accommodate much larger meals. Huh. Yeah, I believe that. Is it the poop you can't get over?
Who, me? No, I was trying to gather my thoughts on size quantities and about how much the stomach can hold.
1 liter? That just doesn't seem like that much food.
Well, just the 2 pints there. That's
It just doesn't seem like that much.
And the thing is you see people, and I mean, we're all guilty. I mean, you go to them all you can eat buffets and just indulge a plate after plate after plate after plate. That's another 2 pints.
Oh, dude. But I mean, that's absolutely quantity over quality.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
Because then you go to you get some good stuff and you cook it at home, and you're halfway through your plate going, "Oof, I'm getting a little full."
Right, yeah, true.
And at a buffet, bro, everybody eats.
I've seen people get kicked out of buffets for eating too damn much.
It's wild. And yes, yeah, like the last comment, you can stretch your stomach.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, mine stretched enough.
Freaking reach, brother. Reach. Yeah, I'm cool. We're good. Let's go the other way now.
Yeah, now that we did reduce it a little bit.
Yeah. Which the next part is an interesting one because some are good and some are very not good. Carbohydrates. Most of the food we eat contains carbohydrates. They include sugar and starches, which provide our body with energy, and fiber, which is vital for a healthy digestive system. Do carbs make you fat? Carbohydrates can cause you to gain weight if you eat too many of them. But complex, high fiber carbohydrates are a key part of a healthy diet. Yes, exactly. Complex, high fiber carbohydrates, not chips, not crackers, not all the stuff that is targeted to make you taste. I know they taste good, but they're not good.
Right.
What are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are molecules made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms, often in the form of agonal or pentagonal rings. If the rings are in ones or twos, they are sugars, but if the rings combine into unbranched or branched chains, they become starches and other complex carbohydrates. Very long, indigestible chains make up dietary fiber. See pages. Oh, these next few pages. Huh. In the body, sugars and starches are converted into sugar glucose, our body's primary source of energy. So here's a little thing right here. A little diagram shows starches. Unrefined starches are found in foods including whole grain bread, cereals, and beans. They are broken down slowly, releasing energy over a long period of time. They are also a good source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Whole grains, beans, legumes. Refined starches. Only the simpler, more easily digested starches are found in refined carbohydrates, such as white flour and white rice. They break down easily in the body, giving a quick rush of energy, but don't keep you full for long, which is why you smash the whole bag of chips. Sugars.
They're not good for you, though.
Nope. Milk and sugar and natural sugars. Sugars found in milk products, fruit, and some vegetables. The fiber in some of these foods ensures the sugar is absorbed at a gradual rate. Free sugars. These sugars can be added to food as refined table sugar, but are naturally present in honey syrups and fruit juices. These provide a lot of empty calories as it is easy to eat too much of them. Don't you dare talk about my honey like that.
I was going to say.
Not enough carbs. If you don't eat enough carbs, your liver converts fats into ketones and protein into glucose, which are used to generate energy. Ketogenic diets can help weight loss, but not much is known about their long-term health effects. Yeah, I'm sure. They can also give you smelly breath. Interesting. I've never heard that.
I've not heard that last part.
Right. A low-carb diet may lead to mood swings as carbs help the brain make a chemical that stabilizes moods. Huh. It's, I mean, if you break it down, it's basically explaining you just have to make smart choices. Right?
Yep.
Like if you're eating a bunch of empty stuff, then it's not going to do you any good.
True.
But if you concentrate on fats, protein, complex good carbs, then it sounds like balance is the key.
Yeah, I got a buddy. He's on that carnivore diet right now. So I think he's on like week 2.
I've seen that do a lot of good though.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. Now what I think about these is I don't think these are full-time solutions. I don't think you can live like that sustainably.
That's what I asked him. I was like, what's his game plan and how long he was planning on doing it? He didn't have an answer, so he said he knew a guy who's been doing it for over a year, and I was like, Jesus. I don't.
What do I know? I don't know. I mean, proof's in the pudding, I guess. If they can last that long, and then there's like that famous psychologist Jordan Peterson and his daughter. They openly talk about it. They had some autoimmune disease, and that's the only thing that made them better is they switched to all carnivore. But I know fresh vegetables aren't bad for me, right? Here, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna eat them. They taste good, and I like fresh things.
That was him too. He was like, he's not eating vegetables. He's not eating carbs. He's just straight out.
No, and I get this. I don't believe you can because here's the deal: clean protein and the animal fats is what your brain is supposed to operate on. Period. I don't care what anybody says.
True.
And here's the deal: there's a 96% of your brain is 100% made up of cholesterol, which is what they told you not to eat in fats from animals because you're going to get heart disease. So,
Man, what are we
again,
doing?
I'm not a doctor. I am not a doctor. I am not telling you what to do at all. We're just talking here. That's all. We're having a conversation.
Yeah, there it is. You're very true.
Yeah, and I do know this. I've heard that the reason leaky gut's so popular in Italians is because they eat so much tomatoes and they eat the seeds and stuff. But I've eaten a lot, bro. I have eaten a lot of tomatoes in my life, and my gut, I mean, that I know of isn't leaking or has never. So
that was actually brought up. That was actually brought up a while back too. Leaky guts and cracks in the absorption area would lead to autoimmune issues.
That's what I think too. But again, I'm not a doctor.
But you did stay at the Holiday Inn Express last night.
I did save 20% on my car insurance by switching to Geico, though. Oh. All right.
Tomato.
So, well, let's hit it. We're about time for the commercial before we move on to the next part.
Yeah.
If we want to keep rolling with that, or if we want to pivot or whatever, so we could just take a quick commercial break.
Be right back.
Yes, sir.
Commercial break.
Man, you'll come up.
Because that's like a drive through the gorge and boom, I go through the mountains over the hill to grandma's house and I end up in Cleveland. Yeah. What happens,
Horizontal Apple to Hibble and Susie Woods to Groosmother's house if you go. There we go.
They used to have a good restaurant there called
Damon. Yeah, don't just
Bald-Headed Bistro.
Let it go.
They had a restaurant there. And I don't know if it's still there, but they had a kick-ass buffalo burger there.
Ooh.
How about this one?
Okay.
Why is everything
You asked for it.
why is everything from Subway wet? If you ordered just a piece of bread and with nothing else, it would be wet. Why is everything so freaking wet at Subway?
I also love Subway.
Do you not find it always wet? Like it's dripping wet.
I personally love Subway. So I don't taste wetness.
I can't taste the wetness.
I overshadow everything. I'm telling you, I am.
I can't taste the
Yeah.
Please try pay special note next time you eat Subway to the level of moisture on that sub.
You just ruined it for me, Dan.
Good. Am I alone, guys? Am I alone?
I would never order Subway. So
I stopped because I had to wear like swimming trunks to eat one of their subs.
Oh, look at Johnsy just losing it.
I'm dying. I just love it so much. Oh.
We're here at Great White Smoke out of Bloomington, Indiana, black and white. I think we need one little thing to pull this whole campsite together. Garage beer. Let's go.
Why are you spending money on oil? I thought you made your own tallow.
I do, but I don't make enough.
Tallow fried corn dogs would be.
Yeah, but then you're using all your tallow up. I like to put it in the thing, and then I have it for like in flavor enhancers to my dishes. So, like, if I use it all at once, and I have no more tallow, or I could use it a little bit and have tallow for months.
Yeah.
We don't deep fry. I don't deep fry a whole lot because I hate disposing of the grease. It's annoying. Because I don't know where to put it. Like,
That's like an epic clip right now.
Dude, I still laugh when I hear Dan talking about Subway, dude. It's so hilarious because you like everybody's had Subway,
That's
and
right.
at one point in your life it was fine, and then at some point in your life it stopped being okay.
That's right.
And so, and no one ever knew why until Dan talked about it. Because when he said, "Why is it
wet?" Because it's the truth.
You're right. And you just think back, you're like, "Oh my god!"
Like the bread comes fresh out the oven, and they still bake it off in the oven to heat it up, but it's all still wet.
Like it's still so moist. Like, what is going on? And then
I hadn't eaten Subway in like a long time.
And it was that clip is so funny to me because, and it's real. There's a couple dimensions right there, because like Dan O'Toole is an absolute Canadian legend, legend, and like literally Chip, one of Chip's heroes as a sports guy, literally one of his heroes. And if you just watch them
like he crushed his dreams.
Like Dan brings up Subway, Chip's like, "Yo, but I like Subway."
I like Subway.
Dan doubles down on the wetness. Chip doubles down on how much he likes it. And it's like,
So I don't taste the wetness.
I love you, Chippers. I love you, buddy. Oh my gosh, dude. It was just there's just those moments that you could never write. I don't care what group of writers you got together. And man, dude, that was just a gem. Just a gem. Anyway, let's continue on with carbohydrates. Some of our favorite foods.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you good.
Right.
I hit it.
How the body uses carbohydrates. When we eat carbohydrates, our digestive tract breaks them down into sugars, which are absorbed into the blood. Glucose is used directly into our various organs and muscles as a source of energy. Fructose, a simple fruit sugar that bonds with glucose to make table sugar, can only be processed by the liver. People with high fructose diets are at higher risk for type 2 diabetes, possibly because fructose is more likely to be converted into fat. So it's going to skip all around, so we'll do our best. We're going to move on to one, absorption and distribution. Long-chain starchy carbohydrates need to be broken down into sugars to be absorbed. Digestion begins in the mouth and continues into the small intestines where the sugar passes through the bloodstream. As you can see, obviously, in the illustration, we're going down to number 2, the liver's role. If we eat more carbohydrates than we need to use immediately, the liver stores the excess as glycogen. When blood sugar levels drop, the stored glycogen is converted back into glucose to be used in the body. If I'm moving too fast for some people, please let us know in the chat if you want me to like. It's just all the little bullet points are glucose is used to store in the liver, which it's being told in these parts. But if you would like me to go over the diagrams and stuff, please let me know. If you feel like you're missing out, I don't want anybody to feel like they're missing out. We're here to educate. Real quick, the brain is the body's most energy demanding organ. You should take care of your brain. That should be one of the most important things you do with your diet. 3, using energy. Glucose is the easiest and most efficient fuel for the body. Chemical reactions in our cells convert glucose or other molecules of glucose isn't available into molecules that release energy. And the diagrams just explain it's just literally like the path, and it hits the small intestines, goes through the blood vessels. What's not soaked up through that stuff hits the liver where it can be stored, just like what we've been talking about. And then the heart is the valve that pumps it all through the body, and our muscles convert glucose into energy, and on and on. So, number 4, fat stores. Once the liver's glycogen stores are full, excess glucose is converted into fat and stored around the body to be used as fuel later if food becomes scarce. So look, everybody wants to say I'm chubby or obese or whatever by standards. Yeah, but y'all are just stocking up in these doomsday prepper bunkers. I'm just storing up on myself, so no one can take it away from me.
True.
Terrible joke, I know. Sorry,
But
folks.
you ain't got to worry about packing it up either. You just take it with you.
It's with me no matter what, wherever I go. Now, do we want to keep moving on to fiber, or we want to pick up that fiber next week?
Well, we pick it up next time.
All right, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. All right, it's a lot of information we covered, actually.
Mm-hmm. True.
Whoa, wow. Okay, the boss shows up, and all of a sudden, everybody turns against me. Hello, Tony. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining the show. Oh, except for this. Yeah. Negative.
Mm-hmm.
We might need to get some moderators to start bouncing people out of these chats and just get a little too rowdy.
Funny thing is, he's banned from the library, so.
You did nothing, Tony. You absolutely did nothing. You literally. Oh, I was saying thank you for showing up. Eduardo was Eduardo was throwing shots tonight, sir. It had nothing to do with you. Appreciate you showing up, boss.
Oh, he loves that too.
No, he hates it.
No, he loves it right there. He loves the boss. He loves being the boss.
Yeah, you did something good. We're glad you're here tonight in the chat. Eduardo, as soon as you showed up, was telling you to pull my library card because I'm reading books tonight. And then he tried to cover his ass by saying, "Oh, but honestly, good job reading." Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bet you're dying. Is that from the guilt you feel for treating your buddy so poorly?
Wow.
This actually is true.
But
But it's not true.
It's not true.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
Yeah. Well, it's not the boss. Tony's not the boss.
No.
The boss. Air quotes.
I'm writing down a note real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll talk about it after we're done live because I I am absolutely, Tony, admitting to collusion here. 100% live right here.
And the boss won't even know about it. The not boss won't know about it.
Weekly to daily tailgate and safety meeting. Bro, I have to host safety meetings all the time. Trust me. Dry subjects are tough. Weekly. Oh, yeah. No. Ain't no. Yeah. Dude, trust me. I work for corporate America. No, world corporate company. It did. The amount of paperwork you have to fill out to work at your own job site is mind-boggling to me.
Very true. Very true.
But it's
because there's some of these job sites we go on. We have to go through third degree just to go do what we do.
First, when I went to work at the Tesla plant, when the company I work for, we did all the electrical with some other this whole German team and blah 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 to do this automated warehouse. And my whole first 10-hour day was getting there, getting my badge, my huge safety briefing, computer class safety stuff, and then going to see the job site, and then it was time to leave. Like, that's just how it is.
Just so you can get a little sticker to put on your hard hat that says you were
Yep.
able to walk around this.
Basically.
Yeah.
It was a badge, but yeah. Yeah. It is, and it's, unfortunately it's because someone got hurt or someone did something stupid and lawyers got involved and people were able to sue for ridiculous amounts and this and that.
Right. But going back to your carbohydrate reading off the book, the dietitian I have, she told me that your carbs is important, that you can't cut them all the way out. Because she was telling about the ketos and stuff like that. There's smart ways to do it.
Yes.
So, like she said, it's just the carbs that you should eat.
Dude, the best I ever did, the best I ever felt and never did was I didn't know it was like keto. I called it like caveman diet back in the day, where it was just like meat, nuts, like whatever you'd be able to find out back in the day. Like if you hunted for a protein and then you found some edible plants and stuff, whatever. And then I would like have pizza with the family or do something. I wouldn't eat like fast food or nothing terrible, but I would like not diet on the weekends. And that was the best I ever felt.
Okay.
But I would like, no, that time I was pretty hardcore, but like even now, like when I've gone like keto-ish, I will still like once a week eat pasta. I'm sorry. I'm not going to not eat pasta. I'm not going to not do it. Yeah. So I would, I never stayed in ketosis but I know how to lose weight when I'm on track. I'm just not on track because I got too many other things going on. Not that that's an excuse. I'm not using that as an excuse.
Yeah, but it all works itself back around for you.
Right. It is.
Everything is settled back down eventually.
Plus, no, I didn't agree to nothing. I got receipts on me. I said I did do that. That was the best I felt back then.
No, that's why he was agreeing with you.
Oh, agreed. Yeah. Oh, I thought I was agreeing to something. Yeah, I see it now. I see it. And that's what my wife said. My wife used to like bodybuild and like really focus on that stuff.
Okay.
And she was like, always save the weekend for cheating. She's like, you just can't be that hard on yourself. Otherwise, you'll do it for so long and then you'll just stop. And what you'll do to yourself in that amount of time that you stop is so devastating that it's harder to get back. Because your body gets used to a certain level of production and intake versus expenditure and all this and clean intake and blah, 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 that when you're like, oh, I just need a break. So then you eat pizza and then you go out and then, well, I haven't had a bag of chips in 2 months. So I'm going to get oh, look, Doritos are on sale.
Yeah, you fall right back into
oh, yeah. And then, but you go, huh?
Yep.
Because you're just stuffing yourself with like what the book said, like quick burning, like it hits your system and then it's gone. So if you don't expel that energy, it just immediately turns to sugar, which goes to the liver, which then turns into fat. If it has too much, it just stores it into fat. So I know keto doesn't allow cheat days. That's why I said I was probably never in like full ketosis. But I would hit it hard for like the first few weeks. I would always hit it hard for like the first couple of weeks and then start like flexing every once in a while, because if you do keto diet, like day 3 and 4, you get what they call the keto flu, and you feel like garbage. And it is your body literally learning to convert to living off protein and fat, other than sugars and everything else.
Yeah.
So
I never heard that. Interesting.
but the craziest thing is when I was doing it like the caveman, I didn't know what ketosis was back in the day, hardcore. I did it like, I don't know, for at least like 2 months before I made a fatal error. And we were like going up to Sacramento or something. My grandma, I don't know, we were leaving town, and it was like crap. We were taking the grandkids, they hadn't eaten, and so we're like, oh, let's just go get some fast food. I'm not gonna say the place, but we got some fast food.
No.
Oh, I was sick for like 2.5 days, dude.
It
It was wild.
Too well.
Oh boy. What's going on in the chat? I'd raise hell and threaten people. The boss says.
I think he was talking in the nature of one of the diets you were talking about.
Yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure it takes at least a week to like really get into that, to where you're actually in it, because you got to go through that whole like it's a whole conversion process, man, dude, and it's and then I'm telling you, you wake up then like after you're feeling shitty, you wake up and all of a sudden you'll wake up at like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. without an alarm and like be like, holy crap, I don't even need coffee. And just be, oh, dude, focus. It's wild. It's wild. But I still agree with balance. Like if you want to eat vegetables, because I do, I like vegetables and I want to eat other stuff once in a while. Like I like sandwiches, so I like bread, I like pasta,
All right.
But if you do a really good balance where you're eating mostly a lot of protein and fat and then clean food, those times that you want to go out with the family and just smash pizza and beer and play games at, some establishment or whatever, or go bowling and eat a bunch of junk food, like you'll be all right, because you're setting, you're like, it might be a little rough on the guts a little bit because your gut biome is used to a certain stability and now you're throwing a nuke in there, but you'll be all right. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I can't even keep up with you guys anymore.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, chat. I just can't even keep up anymore.
I was looking at something else too. Yeah, I don't even know what that word right there. I don't even know what that word is. Yeah, what is that?
Cruciferous vegetables are like cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, the ones that give you gas.
Okay, well, just say gassy vegetables.
Yeah, and they really are. That's why, like, if you go on my pages and see a bunch of my soups or stuff like that, it's like vegetable soup with some chicken, or just vegetable soup.
Right.
Because Kim and I will just carrots, sometimes asparagus or Brussels sprouts or broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, celery, cabbage. It'll just be loaded with stuff.
I got you.
And it's just like, you make a good broth with that, throw some meat in there. Sometimes I won't put meat in there because Kim don't like it all the time with meat in it, no matter what meat's in there. So I'll cook it like a sausage or two on the side or whatever. And shit, I love soups. And bro, like 15, 20 years ago, me telling you I'm eating soups like that ain't happening.
I don't.
Oh, no. It'd have to be more. It has to be like 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago. But yeah, Like growing up, no. I remember eating Brussels sprouts. I remember the whole thing because it was like during my spring break, I went down to Southern California with my grandparents. It was like I ended up being a whole trip, but we ate all dinner together, right? My grandparents, then we went visit my aunt in Sacramento before we left for SoCal. And my dad made Brussels sprouts. They're disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting. The whole house stunk like them. It was just disgusting. And I was like, that's it. I'm never eating these things again. They're disgusting.
They're so good.
Disgusting. And then I was over at my buddy's house. I was in a band with for a while. And his mom made so he's like, hey, check it out, dude. He's all, trust me, I know how you are. He's like, my mom's making some Brussels sprouts. He's like, if you really don't want to, I get it. He's like, I hated Brussels sprouts. I think you should just try them like this. And she like chopped them all up so they were like little pieces like this and like pan fried them. Dude. And I was like, this isn't Brussels sprouts. He goes, yes, I promise they are. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, Nancy, what are these? And she's like, they're Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, these are good.
I've been missing out.
Right. So then I started cooking them. And that's no offense to my dad. He's a good cook. But him and my mom are very okay with way blander flavors than I am. I'm just not good with it.
Yeah.
And we differ very much like in our he's not the Italian, but him and my mom make their like spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce a certain way, and I think it's an absolutely horrific because he put sugar in his, so there's a little bit of a sweet vibe, and they don't like ours because we put all kinds of like, and this isn't Italian either, to like a straight like spaghetti sauce to put onions and all that stuff in. That's like a marinara, which that's what we usually use for our spaghetti. But like when I make just like my weekday sauce, like when I just like cook it, like I'll do it all in one pan, a whole pasta. I'll cook pancetta, pull it out, put a little like white wine vinegar or something to get deglaze the pan,
right?
And then I will put olive oil in, my basil and garlic and stuff on a low heat. I'll let the pan cool a little bit on a low heat so that the basil and garlic extract into that oil, which will then infuse the sauce. I will literally squirt, like I get this tube of tomato paste.
Right, yeah.
It's like concentrated and it's pretty good stuff. And I'll squeeze it in the pan, like depending on what I want, like 2-3 tablespoons worth, or like hefty tablespoons, whatever. Put my noodles or gnocchi, whatever I'm putting in there, and then just put water in there and let it start boiling. Mix it all up, and it'll just all cook down to this beautiful sauce that gets thick. Same thing. Cut the heat, tabs of butter, put your cheese in, just like I always finish pasta, and it's a one-pan pasta.
Nice.
Over and over. You can do that with any combination of anything.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Isn't that the name of the tomato?
Yeah, there's better ones out there than that. I use a different one. You can hit me up. You can DM me if you want to know what I use. But yeah, it's that's the thing. It's like I love food, man, and I used to think dishes like that were so daunting when I was a kid. Like, holy crap, how are people cooking like that? And it's like, dude, once you learn a couple techniques, like I'm telling you, once you learn, like, okay, because like you'll keep cooking, and this and that, and like you're like, okay, this is way too much tomato, and so the next time you don't put that much, and then. So like you have to adjust like that per your taste. But once you learn like the finishing of like you make your sauce, even if you're not putting the noodles in right away, you finish your sauce and you cut the heat And like after like 1-2 minutes, throw a bunch of pads of butter in there, depending on how much sauce is in there. Stir that in, and once those are just about all the way melted, throw a bunch of cheese in there, pecorino or Parmesan Reggiano, and stir it in while it's all still super, super hot, and it just becomes this perfect, homogeneous, creamy sauce. It's so perfect, dude. And that's it. There's no tricks. It's just I just learned those couple things, and yes, I got better over time because I made them like day after day because I am a freak for pasta. I get yelled at for it actually.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh, pasta again? Like, look, I'm a chubby Italian man. What do you want?
yeah.
So,
Cool stuff, bro.
but yeah, we'll pick this up again. The books and stuff. We're gonna kick back up on fiber. So remember, folks, we went over all the what am I trying to say? Carbohydrates and different stuff of digestion. Next week we'll be hitting, or not next week necessarily. Next time we hit the books, we'll be dipping into fiber. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Johnsy, you like sauce day of made or next day better? That depends. If I make my weekday sauce the day of, it doesn't. I mean, it's fine, but it's not the same. It doesn't have the same feel. Like when Kim and I make our like homemade marinara kind of spaghetti sauce that we make,
Mm-hmm.
it's good. It's real good night of, but yeah, when you heat it back up, because just because we'll still use like even whether it's the basil we grew or whatever, like the basil plant's dead this time of year, but we have a bunch that it's all dried now. But so all that stuff gets rehydrated overnight, even more so than during the cooking, and just kind of adds a little bit of a. It's just like most of the time your soups taste a little bit better the next day.
Yep.
You
I
know,
get it.
everything
get
has a little bit of time to marry together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like consummate. They get married while you're cooking, and then they have time to consummate the marriage and just kind of like settle in together. You know,
That's
but
right.
it's different. Weekday sauce, like what I'm talking about, is on the fly. Like it's like I literally make it in one pan. It's like from start to finish, maybe 30 minutes, and it's a whole pasta dish. And
Okay.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine overnight, but you're not making like a separate whole sauce. So
Mhm.
it's not like there's that much of it left over. So it starts like soaking into the noodles or whatever more, and there's not as much sauce left over in the quick sauces I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. Fresh sauce like what I'm talking about is a way different vibe. But more on that. If you'd like to hear more about sauces, if you'd like us to do a whole show on sauces, you can
That'd be cool.
text the Dude Network hotline
Right there.
and let us know.
704-673-0251.
Yeah. All you got to do is send a text message to that number and it will get answered. And if there's a show you want to see, something we talked about you want us to elaborate on, that goes for any show. If you want to see something on the late night parlay, Dudes After Dark, for your entertainment purposes only on Saturdays, or this show, you just text that number and we'll do our best to accommodate. Obviously, there are lines that we know we have some friends out there that'll but and I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee we're going to pick up just because if everybody texts something, I'm not going to guarantee anything. But on this show, if you have a foodie topic that you want covered extensively, I can guarantee we'll do our best to cover it.
Sauce class.
I'm telling you now, do a sauce class.
Get your notepads out. I got an idea.
That's that's something we'd have to work on a little bit, though.
Yeah.
That's not coming next week.
No, it won't be next week. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we might.
But I mean, how I do it, I'm not a pro. That's the thing. I'm not a pro.
But
like we could get into making
great.
mother sauces, and I could do them live once I get a setup or whatever. But it's just all about just doing it, and then when you learn like how everything works together, then it's just doing it and knowing them. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly, Tony. I hear you, boss. Yeah, when there's when the situation changes a little bit, they'll be able to bring you more stuff because there'll be more hands-on in certain locations, and we'll all be in the same time zone. More to come. Do one live base sauce demo. Oh my gosh. You're supposed to be texting this to the hotline so we can keep track of this. Once we get off here, this is gone.
What did you?
740-673.
02.
I was going to say 2051, but it's 0251. There it is. Send us all that on there so I can operations can keep track of it. We'll figure it all out. Don't guilt us. Don't guilt us like that. Trust me, everything that has basically been said has been talked about how we're going to work that out for a while now. So,
yeah, we can do it. But like I say, you need a couple more hands on deck.
Sauce class, sauce do's and don'ts would be amazing. Yeah, exactly. Like button for the kids too, because our kids may benefit off this someday if we get enough of those like buttons hit. And we could, yeah, for the kids, exactly.
Trick love the kids.
But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us again on Sunday night. We appreciate each and every one of you.
As always.
Again, please text the hotline if there's stuff you want to see, or no, text the hotline, no ors. We're sticking to the hotline. If it's not sent to us in the hotline, you may never see it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just asking you to do one thing. I'm not asking for a lot. No feet pics at all. Nope.
What the devil, bro?
If you send anything other than just a text message saying what you want, it'll be instantly disqualified and deleted. Yeah, anyway, don't forget, Thursday night, we won't be back, but our buddies Tony and Chip from 3 Overs Daily will be back with Late Night Parlay. You will see our beautiful faces back with Tony on Friday for the Dudes After Dark and some variation of the 3 for Saturday show, which is called Entertainment Purposes Only, allegedly. I guess it is now. And we'll be back next week for something crazy. Who knows? Maybe one of your suggestions, maybe something else, maybe a guest. You never know where we're coming at you. But we love each and every one of you. In the words of our buddy Nombre, be good and be good at it, folks.
Mm-hmm.